professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. So in this class I have to define about the one of the simplest program which we have to ask in our internal question paper. So in that we have to ask create a class with the class name students, and also they have to define the attributes and methods inside the class. So with the help of object they have to call the method. So this is the program which we have to be asked in the internal question paper. So most of them not define either attributes or not give the definition for that method. So that's why we have to develop this video for reference. So in this first I have to create the value as class name. So my class name is student. So this is the first thing we have to be as class student. So after that we have to be mention the attributes. So string name equal to AAE and into register number. So these are all the attributes I have to be defined. So this is the attributes. With the help of the data type, we have to assign the values. We have to assign the values to the particular variable. So this is the attributes. So after that I have to be define the method. So public void display. So this is the anything we have to define in this method name. So in this I have to given the definition for that particular program, system.out.println. So the student detail will be displayed. So this is the things will be displayed. So when they have to develop the method, so they not given any definition to the particular method. So under this method we should give the definition. So when we have to avoid the definition is when we have to include the abstract keyword inside in front of the method name only. We have to be avoid this definition for this program. So after that I have to be given the values. So this is the first value. So class name is students. So I have to given the attribute string and int with the help of the data type string and int. So after that I have to be mention the value as method display. So inside the definition, inside that method I have to be given the definition with the help of system.out.println. So after that I have to be given the main class. So class main. So in this after that public static void main string args. So this is the main important thing. So this is the first line of our program coding. So the JVM will be calculated as this is the first line to develop this program. So public static void main string args. So after that I have to create an object for that particular class student. So in this, so for the definition is student. So class name object name equal to new class name. So I have to be create student or object name as S. So student S equal to new student of. So this is the syntax for creating an object. So this is the process. So after that with the help of object S dot I have to be call the method as display which I have to be defined inside the class student. So this is the thing we have to be given for this question. So you have to create the class name as student and inside the class name you have to define attributes and methods. So with the help of object, you have to call the method. So when you have to be called the method, the definition of that particular method will be displayed. So the output will be the student detail will be displayed. So this is the output. So we have to include either the attributes inside that. So all these things we have to be defined inside the method or some of the methods with parameters. We have to be pass the values in this parameter. So these are all has to be done with the help of the program. So this is the structure. There is no change of this structure. You have to develop any program. So this is the structure of the program. You have to create the class. So inside the class we have to be define attributes and methods. So we have to be given either attributes or methods. It is an optional one. So you need not to include the attributes also, but you have to be define the method. So the method is the main important thing inside the class. So with the help of object only we have to be access either attributes or methods inside the class. So So this is the process. So that's why we have to be defined the method. The Java is a more secure. So without the class, without object, we can't access anything inside the class. So this is the class program. So with the help of object only, you can access any single attributes or single methods with the help of objects only. Thank you.